everybody, it's me, the old queen here in Chicago, Zander Mander. I'm here with Mr. Mike, and I want to welcome you to our city, officially, my city. I'm so grateful that you're here.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
I'm so happy. You know all my friends, which we talked about a few minutes ago, and we have never met.
How is that possible?
I don't know, because I'm older. Well, we won't talk about that again, but
We're probably about the same age, so
I don't know. But I have to say, I've been a fan of yours for a very long time.
thank
Your
you.
art. Other than doing what I do here, I'm also an artist, and photography has just been something that stood out to me for a very, very long time.
Thank you.
When did you get started?
I got started 15 years ago.
Okay.
I got started in photography 15 years ago, but my creative process started at birth.
What made you pick up the camera?
I got a camera as a Christmas present, literally. Like, it was a total haphazard thing. It was sliding doors. If I wouldn't have gotten that camera, who knows, I'd probably be working at Taco Bell.
So, artistically, what were you doing before the camera?
Well, I was working in front of the camera as a model for a long time, and you know, I dabbled in acting a little bit, and you know, I've always been kind of creative. You know, like with drawing and painting, and never very articulately, but like I always knew that I had something to say, but I couldn't. But not until photography did I have an outlet, like a viable outlet for it. You know, like I struggled with like drawing and painting, you know, but it wasn't my medium, so I couldn't get out of me what I needed to. Photography, you know, offered me that voice.
It's a big voice. It's a really big thing. You think Candace's most famous shot? Candace's sweetheart. I love her to death. You've done so many. The one question I really want to ask you, I told you a few minutes ago, this is my 30-year anniversary. I know you said that. Thank you so much. Whatever. Anyways, when it's your 30-year anniversary, where do you want to be, or what do you want your legacy to be?
I'm finding more and more as time goes by, as I get older, that I really want my legacy to be that I've impacted the world on a really human level, as opposed to like, you know, like, oh, I made, you know, $10 billion, or I owned, you know, 50 TV stations, or, you know, like, that's not what I aspire to anymore. I just want to be able to have said that, you know, like, I conducted myself in an honorable and dignified way, and that I left a trail of positive impression, and I helped, you know, like, I mean, I love speaking with youth, and I like working with kids and stuff, like, to kind of inspire them, you know, like gay youth and artistic youth, and anybody who needs inspiration, you know, like, I just, that's what I want my legacy to be. Like, I want, like, some 40-year-old, like, brilliant artist to say, you know, who inspired me was that Mike Ruiz.
I know what you're talking about. That happened to me last week, and it was absolutely wonderful. A new club kid came out, inspired by me, and I introduced him to the world, and it was fabulous. It was really fabulous. It was. Oh my gosh, there's so many things I want to ask you, but I want to keep your time. The show that you're on, everybody's talking about it. I know you loved, you had a great time. You weren't on the show as much as everybody else, but what I want to ask you is, I know you had a great time. Is there anything you regret out of it so far?
Honestly, no. There really isn't. There really isn't. What I contributed to the show was very minimal. Well, it was minimal. It wasn't. It was qual. I don't want to say it was. No, I didn't want to say quality over quantity. It was like I was very cognizant of what I wanted to contribute.
Right.
And it wasn't. What I contributed was exactly what I needed to. Not more, not less.
Okay. That's
fair. Do you know what I mean?
Nope.
Like
That's fair.
I just wanted to, you know, I knew the show was going to be a big monster hit. You know, and thank God for Austin and Derek and everybody else on the show who made it a hit because it made people watch the show and it made people see my little contribution to the show, which on a lot of levels had a lot of impact. You know, like the thing with my dad, you know, just resonated with a lot of gay men who don't have relationships with their father.
Right.
You know, you know, so it was very, you know, I just wanted to be very calculated about what I contributed to the show because I wanted to be a positive representation and a positive role model.
You were. I watched the show and I laughed and I cried. I'm like, where's Mike? Come on, let's bring it down here. Where's Mike? 2 more questions I want to ask you, okay? First is your favorite charity and why do you support that? What is your favorite charity? Well, why do you support it?
My favorite charity is TREVOR Project.
Okay.
And the reason I support it is for what I just said earlier, is that like I was a 15-year-old gay boy.
I thought that's where you were going, but I wanted to hear you say TREVOR Project. I wanted to hear you say it.
Well, and that's where it comes from. Like I was a 15-year-old gay boy, and I had the shit kicked out of me every day at school, everywhere. And I wish I would have had a TREVOR Project to reach out to kind of help me through those times because I really felt really freaking alone. And now that I know that the TREVOR Project exists and I know that it does get better, I feel like it's my responsibility to let the whole younger generation who is struggling right now, let them know that there's somebody that they can talk to, somebody they can reach out to.
There is someone, and it really does get better.
It does. Look at us. Look how great it got for us.
It got good for me because I keep positive people in my life, like our mutual friends, and you know they're very positive people. I have a great staff that I work with. I have a great club that I come to. I have a great city that I live in. The last question, because he's going to get me crying right now, and I really don't want to do this. He'll sweep my makeup, and Nina will kick my ass if that happens. She thinks I'm a living legend. I don't know why, but because I'm the oldest bitch in town. That's why. Oh my gosh, here he goes. Thank you. Favorite city? Chicago.
I'm not gonna lie. And this is not a lie. I love Chicago, and honestly, I would live here if I was able to do what I do creatively, but I can't. So, but I love it here. You know, I really want to spend more time here. And part of my trip this time was not only to do this wonderful event, but it was to meet people in the business, and so I could generate some more business here, so that I could come here on a more regular basis.
Are you still taping? Because I want to say something to you. Do you know why I was here tonight? To network with you. Oh, I ain't stupid.
But hopefully I'll be back and we'll get to shoot together.
Last question. Did you have a great time tonight?
I did. This is, I love doing this sort of thing. You know, it's just like, I'm very like down with the peeps. I mean, I hate to sound, you know, that didn't sound like condescending, but I love like just talking to people, like inspiring people and seeing people respond.
I was talking to Chanel, and we were doing an interview. Chanel and I kicked off Halloween here in Chicago. And that's one thing that we agreed upon was the best part of going from city to city was meeting all the new people, being able to share and talk with everybody. It's my favorite part. I don't want to keep you, because it's late. I don't want to keep you, but Zander Mander, Mr. Mike, you all know him. He's just, they know who you are, honey, please. We're at Spain in Chicago. Thank you so much for taking my mess with me. I really appreciate it. And I'll be seeing you soon.
Yes, you will.
You better, honey. I'll stalk your ass.
You better.
Bye, everybody.
Hi everyone, here at Spin Nightclub. I'm Demii, here with the handsome Mike Ruiz. One question and one quick question. What does Mike like to do for fun?
What do I like to do for fun? Talking to you, or just hanging out with people and getting to know people and talking to them and seeing what inspires them, and of course I love what I do. I mean, I love shooting. So that's kind of my hobby and my job and like my life. So it's pretty all-consuming. As much as I can shoot, as much as
the more the better.
Yeah, the more the better. Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you.
Thanks everyone. Here it's been Nightclub. Mike Ruiz. Again, I'm Demii. Good night.
Would you hold it against me? Would you hold it against me? If I said my heart was beating loud, if it could escape the crowd somehow, if I said I want your body now, would you hold it against me? You feel like paradise, and I need a vacation tonight. So if I said I want your body now, would you hold it against me?